Welcome to Recipe for Crazy. You already fucked up, Yasmin.
That was not me. That was
you fucked up.
That was your washing machine. Excuse me. That was not my cell phone.
First day on the job, you screwed it up. I'm just kidding. I guess it was my washing machine. Okay, I have my friend from high school here, Yasmin. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Alanna. Thank you for having me. I'm pumped. This is going to be fun.
How do you feel about being on a podcast?
This is my debut. This feels really exciting. I am fucking stoked.
What are we doing here today?
Okay, so Alanna and I decided a couple weeks ago that we just really needed to have a laugh. I was super stressed out. My wedding was coming up, and we were like, let's just get together and have some drinks. And we went live, and we were like, you know what?
On TikTok. Went live on TikTok.
Went live on TikTok. Sorry, I'm new to this. And
me too, actually.
We were like, oh, why don't we just prank call some people that you used to date and like see how far we could take it? And we did for like 2 hours, and it was hilarious. Everybody we called like totally went with it, and we just got a really good laugh out of it. So we are going to prank call some people from The Bachelor.
Yeah, we're going to take this show on the road. And we thought, who better to prank than Bachelor people? You would have been great on The Bachelor.
I thought about it, and then I was like, my dad would probably roll over in his grave even though he's still alive. So
I feel like your dad would have loved it.
Well, now that you've met my dad.
I've met him before in high school.
But you never really saw him like come into his own, like in his element. Like my dad is center of attention. Like the man has to have all eyes on him at all times. Like you saw our first dance.
Well, your wedding was gorgeous, by the way. She just got married last weekend at the Boca Raton.
Well, that's where my husband and I met.
Husband.
So it's really weird to say. But yeah, the wedding was a lot of fun. But my dad, for context, refused to slow dance with me. This was like 6 months in the making. And every time I asked him, like, you want to do like Brown-Eyed Girl or like, and he was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing any slow shit. That's not what we do. That's not our family. Like, we're going to go out there and have fun. I want to shake my ass, whatever.
Well, you saved me some tears because I always cry when I see the dad and daughter dance.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would have been bawling. So you saved my makeup.
And we winged it. Like, we never rehearsed. They literally just put the song on. It was Get Jiggy With It by Will Smith. And as soon as the beat dropped, my dad just went with it, and I just followed his lead, and it was so much fun. So anyway, my family loves attention. Like, this is nothing new.
And apparently polygamy, because your dad was trying to get me and your friend to marry your brother.
Well, he is Arab. It's an Arab thing. Like, Iraqis think you can have like 15 wives. It's like a thing in their culture. So my dad thinks Jamal, my brother, 100% needs to follow suit.
I think he could do it.
He probably would do it if...
It seems like it's in his nature.
It definitely. I'm so sorry to his girlfriend if she's listening, but
he doesn't have a girlfriend anymore.
Not today, maybe tomorrow. They're so up and down.
Your brother and I matched on Bumble. I'll have you know.
Okay, and he was crying over her the day before, so you never know.
Listen, I'm not trying to marry your brother.
He would be a good contestant on The Bachelor. He would love that.
Yeah, he would.
He would literally eat that up. Like, he would be a great bachelor.
I should submit him. Would he do it?
100%
Which is why he's not my type.
Exactly. My dad was literally like, my friend JJ is also a talent agent who was like at the wedding, and he was like, oh my God, get your brother on a show. Like, look at how he looks. My dad's favorite line is, if I would have known what my kids would look like, I would have had 15 kids.
He said that at your wedding. And it's true, because you guys are very good looking people.
Stop.
You are. You're both very good looking.
We're like basic. Like,
shut the fuck up. You're very good looking. Both of you guys.
Thank you.
And your brother should absolutely be on The Bachelor, and we should submit him.
We should submit him. Like, he's ready. He's 30, tall, dark, and handsome.
Good job.
Smart. Has the most obnoxious laugh on earth. You'll never forget it.
The laugh. He has the same laugh as your dad. And like at first I was like, okay, I'm kind of seeing it with your brother. Like he's cute. He doesn't look like that 16-year-old that I once knew. And then he started laughing. And then your dad started laughing simultaneously, whatever the fuck the word is. And I was like, this is too weird.
Yeah, it is it's like seeing like copy paste, but like 30 years younger. It's weird.
It's so wild.
And like 6 inches taller. Like my brother's the tallest person in our family.
Yeah, you guys both hit the genetic lottery. Your family, your parents should have had more kids just for like the sake of the state of Florida because we're lacking in good-looking people.
Well, we're Canadian, so there goes that.
You're Canadian, you're Greek, you're Arab.
And loud and obnoxious.
I find you guys fun. That was one of the funnest weddings I've ever been to. It was the best.
It was one for the books.
Can we talk about how everyone thought I looked good for a second?
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So Alanna was literally like the hot topic of the night. She shows up in this sexy, like skin tight, like corseted House of CB, like freaking voluptuous, like perfect dress. And I shit you not, everyone came up to me and was like, who the fuck is the blonde with the tiny waist and the big boobs? Like, she is stunning. You had like your glasses on after the ceremony.
Oh, it was fabulous.
And you were just like off in the corner, like by the coffee cart, just like in your own world. And I'm telling you, my friends were like, that girl is fucking cool. And I'm like afraid to approach her because she's somebody. They like, They literally were like, who is she?
Little do they know I'm a loser.
No, you are not. But this dress.
But whatever, yeah.
The dress.
I mean,
you're beautiful no matter what. But the fucking dress was like, ladies, run to House of CB for this dress because
House of CB is everything.
People's heads were rolling. Everyone else was just like, who the hell is in that black dress? Like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, she's from LA. Like,
she's from LA. Like, she's living with her mom right now, but like, let's not worry about that.
No, I definitely didn't say. Everybody was like barking up your tree. It was your moment. It was awesome.
I know you were the bride, but it was
really your night.
It was really my night.
It was your
day.
Honest. It was really about you.
Can I just tell you what my vibe was at the church?
Yeah.
My vibe was like, I'm at a funeral for a man and I'm like the woman stalking around in the back. I kind of like embodied that persona. Like she's like the mistress of the deceased.
You were like the mistress of the deceased at the church.
Yeah, of like I showed up to the wrong event. That was kind of my vibe. Like I'm actually here for the funeral later, and I'm like the mistress. It was like the vibe because like I had the glasses on. I have to say, like going to
she has balls, dude. She showed up completely alone. My wedding was not huge, but there were like 150 people there, and Alanna knew me and my brother, but like hadn't seen him in 10 years. And that's it.
That's it.
And by the end of the night, like she was a fucking talk of the town in the best way. Everyone was dancing with you. All my friends from like New York and Connecticut wanted to be with you. My gays from California were obsessed
I love the
with
gays.
You. So it was just, it worked out. And I just knew. It was
so fun. You looked so beautiful. Your dress was like shockingly gorgeous. And the photos and the church and it was just perfection.
It was a long time in the making, so I'm glad it was a hit. I was honestly like thrilled. I think the wedding couldn't have been more fun. So many people were so hungover the next day, so I took that as like
that's a win.
A win.
One little nice touch I will say, and if anyone's getting married, you should absolutely do this. After the ceremony, when you guys were taking pictures and we were waiting for you to leave the church, you had this like amazing dessert spread with espresso and cappuccinos and a donut truck. And it was just such a nice touch as everyone waited for you guys to depart the church. It was like very exciting and just very classy. It was a class act.
Oh, thank you. I would love to take complete credit for that. But my mother-in-law actually orchestrated that whole thing in honor of her late mom because she used to make the donuts, like the Greek donuts, homemade. And so she wanted everyone to have a chance to like taste a little taste of Greece, like while we were waiting to finish up photos and go back to start the party. And I'm telling you, I have not heard more about these Greek donuts than anything else at the wedding. Like the amount of like time and money that we poured into this wedding, people are like literally losing their mind over the freaking donuts.
And I didn't even freaking have one because I'm committed to being anorexic.
Well,
and I'm so depressed over that. I should have had one.
You're frail as fuck as it is. I mean, you could have literally spared one donut. It was worth it.
You guys couldn't see it, but I just rolled my eyes because I'm not. But I appreciate it.
My body is bruised and cut up from how tight my dress was, and I still ate the donuts. I still ate the donuts.
I saw Yasmin's back, and she truly is like a victim.
I look
right
like
now.
I got stoned by like my slave master. Like my body is cut, but you know what?
It was worth it.
Fucking skinny,
and you look so fucking good. Whoever did your makeup and it was just like perfection. I will share all the details for any future brides that want a really good photographer or anything. I'll share it with Alanna, and if you want it, she can pass it along. It was the best. It was the best wedding. Did you want to know something funny? So I was talking to my cousin the other day, and we were like, I have a huge family. My mom is one of 5. I have so many cousins. And I was talking to my cousin the other day on the phone, and I was like, did you realize that there's nobody in our family that's gay? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, who's gay? Who's in the closet? And she goes, well, probably you. And I was like, actually... You're like, wait a second, maybe. If anyone, it is probably me, because I'm the only one, besides one, that's not married with kids. That doesn't mean you could be married and have kids, you could still be gay. But like, if anyone in my family is gay, it is probably me. But I'm not. Unfortunately, I would tell you guys. Yeah. I would tell you. If I was gay, I would scream it from the rooftops. I would be scissoring all around these streets. Like she would be the lipstick queen of the queens. I would love to be a lesbian. Women are fantastic, but I just can't, like, the idea of another vagina, like my vagina is enough. I can't, it's just not hot to me. Like, no, and that's okay. I've watched lesbian porn though. Like, I think that's normal. So I will like, I'm going to entertain this for a second, and then we can like go back to what we were doing. But at one point I was so disturbed because I used to get so turned on by lesbian porn, and I got to a point where I was like questioning myself because I was like, I have the best orgasms when I watch girl on girl, but I don't want to hook up with a girl. I just think it's just like, it's such a like beautiful and like raw and like very dramatic real orgasm experience, and it just is so fake when it's the hetero. Men can be so gross in porns, like they can be so nasty. Can I get dark for a second? Yeah. Okay, I'm about to get real dark. Go for it. Okay, I've gone down a weird porn wormhole recently, and I've been watching some really weird shit. Can I tell you what I've been watching? Yeah, tell me. Okay. Oh God. Yeah, brace yourself. I've been really into glory hole porn lately, where I know you should have seen the look Yasmin just gave me. It was like very judgmental. I thought this was a safe place. It is a safe place. Okay. But, like, a glory hole. Okay. Let me explain it to you. Please elaborate. Do you know what a glory hole is? Like your asshole? No. Okay. Have you seen the movie The Sweetest Thing? Yes. Okay, you know when she goes in the bathroom and there's like a hole and it's like, oh, the glory hole. Oh, yes. And like that's where like the penis is. It's like truck stop guys go there. Like, and they go through like in the bathroom stall. So it's in like Scary Movie too, right? And it like goes, the guy like puts his ear up to the hole and the dick goes through his brain, like comes out the other side. Yeah, that was probably a glory hole. Yeah. So there is a thing of a porn type of thing where basically it's like, I know I'm really I'm about to expose myself here. Okay. Where basically this is so gross. I don't know why I'm into this. This is so sick, and I can't even believe I'm talking about it right now. We all have our kinks. It's okay. I have so many kinks, but I would never do this. It's just like, I don't know. It's fascinating. Well, this is something I've been watching, so thank God my mom's not home right now. So basically, the woman is like on this slab, okay? And there's like a wall, right? And then just like her vajayjay comes out, and then the guys just come in and like have sex. And she's through the glory hole? Through the glory hole. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I've been into lately. I mean, okay, I can kind of understand like the like mystery and like raciness of it, and like not knowing who's on the other side of the wall, like on the other side of the hole. It's really sick. Kind of scary. I can't even get into the psychology behind it because it's like so gross that I'm into this right now. But I've just been so bored.
Okay, well, after your whole like inner monologue about Saltburn on your TikTok, which everybody was actually thinking and waiting. Everyone was waiting for the necrophilia moment and it never came, which was like lackluster. Like if you're going to go all the way to having him derobe and fuck a grave, at least let him go all the way and fuck the dead lady that's like in a coma.
I'm going to call you out for a second because you, Yasmin, are actually the one who told me like, it's disturbing. Don't watch it with your mom. Watch it by yourself. You're blah, blah, blah. You actually are part of the problem because you set me up. Like you also were another person. Multiple people did this too that were like, you know, be careful. I watched Saltburn. I loved it so much. I watched it twice and then forced my mom to watch it with me. And my mom liked it too. Because we're both weird.
Yeah, but I watched it 3 times too before I even told you about it. I watched it. Okay, so I forced my then fiance, now husband, to watch it with me, and he was mortified. He was visibly uncomfortable, like fidgeting on Instagram, like on his phone. I'm like, put the phone away. We're watching something. Like,
pay attention.
Be in the moment with me.
Yeah.
And he's like looking at me the bathtub scene. He like looked over and was like, "Okay, are you fucking for real right now? We're watching this." And I was slurping it up myself, you know, was eating it up. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait for the vampire scene, like everything." And he was just like, "Okay, whatever." The grave was the end of it. Like, you know, at one point I really thought he was going to dig up the body. Like because obviously I heard everything people were saying about it. And then I saw one little clip where it was like raining in the grave. And I really thought he was going to dig up the grave and fuck the guy. Like I really thought that's where it was going.
Same.
And then he was like fucking the dirt. And like I honestly, like, I felt bad for him because he seemed like such a tortured, like tormented soul that he was the reason this person was in the grave. But he was almost
he killed him.
Yeah, well, no shit.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
But I was just like, man, I feel bad for this kid. But then at the end, I was like, he's a sick fuck.
I had respect for him, honestly.
And then I watched it 2 more times. So I clearly, it's just fascinating. It's like the human psyche is like, oh, this is bad, but like I want to see what's next.
You have to watch The Talented Mr. Ripley.
I never saw that.
You got to watch it because it's very similar with Matt Damon and Jude Law, and in their prime, they look so hot. You got to watch it. It's very good. It's very similar. This is Saltburn's like the edgier version, and I really thought like they were like really teasing us at the end when he like pulled when the girl.
He pulls the intubation tube out of her throat, and I was waiting for him to stick his dick in. Like, I was like, he's going to do something fucking vile to this woman because he orchestrated this whole, like, scheme to basically inhabit their whole life. Like, inherit everything they have. And I was like, that would just be the icing on the cake. Like, him basically fucking her after he just fucked her. Financially. You know what I mean?
Now he gets to literally fuck her.
And then he's just strolling through the house dancing ass naked.
I get full body chills when I see that scene. Like, I love that dancing scene so freaking much. I just like the icing on the cherry on top of a perfect movie. Such a good movie.
And the song choice, fucking phenomenal. We actually, Alanna requested it at my wedding, and I was so glad because I was waiting for the DJ to play it, and we were getting like later in the night, and I'm like, where is Murder on the Dance Floor? And Rob hates that song, by the way, because of the movie. But I really wanted to hear it. And then when it came on, I was like, oh, the night is complete. It was chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. And that movie, although it was very like racy and controversial and uncomfortable, like I love that. And that's how I want to feel when I watch a movie.
Same. Another person I almost fucked at your wedding is your DJ.
Oh my God. The DJ was phenomenal. He was good looking too, but he was so good.
Not the one with the glasses, the other one.
No, the assistant.
Yeah, the cute one.
Well, yeah.
Well, he was average. He was like a 6. But he was tall.
Poor Alanna, you really are getting used to Florida. I mean, you got here and you were like, this is a swamp pit. Everyone looks like they like could grow a tail and like
literally
walked out of like 7-Eleven's vagina.
Yasmin, my hymen has grown back. Like that is how long it's been since I've had sex. Like I'm like at the point of desperation, I don't want a boyfriend, but I would just like someone to like suck on a titty for a second.
This is why you dated your teacher in high school.
Okay, that was the next thing I want to talk about because I just had that. Okay, so I posted a video on Instagram recently and TikTok.
Good Lord, people are so sensitive these days. Like, God help anyone who was not around in the 90s because...
It's like a 50-50 split, though, because half of them are like, you were groomed, and the other half are like, go, girl. But like, okay, so I posted this video, and the thing is, I didn't even think it was a crazy story. Like, obviously, I've known about the fact that I dated my teacher for a very long time. This was like a very long time ago. I didn't even think to tell that story online because it didn't even seem like this is how fucked up I am. It didn't even seem like a big deal. But Yasmin, we went to high school together.
I know that.
So I want to hear your perspective of, we're going to call him Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith was very hot. Like, he was
6'4".
He was very
6'5",
like,
actually.
Tall, dark and handsome. And he had like blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
He looked like an Major League Baseball player or something. He was so hot. And you know when you're like a fucking pubescent teenage girl and
in
you're
Florida,
feral.
Slim pickings here.
Like, there's not much to go around. Anyway, this teacher, everyone was obsessed with this teacher. And Alanna is the most competitive human being I've ever met, specifically about work, but like in her high school years, she was definitely like, I'm going to be that bitch and I'm going to get him. And I know everyone's like has their panties up their asshole because she was in high school, but let's not forget that she was 18 years old when this relationship was initiated, so she was legal at the time.
It was 2 years after graduation, or 2 weeks after graduation.
And there are plenty of people who have been in relationships with similar or larger age gaps that are just like accepted because they're famous. So it really, at the time, as young teenage girls, we thought it was cool as fuck. We're like, oh my God, you have this really hot, like, older guy who's had so much life experience. You're gonna have your fucking world rocked. And
it was cool at first, but it did get dark, and it is a weird thing. And my family did not approve.
No, I mean, really, nobody that was an adult approved. And even at one point, I think like us as her friends, we were like, Alanna, I don't know. Like, it was like cool for a little bit.
For like
but then
5 minutes. But then it got serious.
When it became like a serious relationship, we were like, oh no. Like, no.
I know.
But when you're in it, you're in it. It's like,
I did love him though. I really did love him. Like,
well,
and he loved me.
It's the slow burn. It's the slow burn.
But I would not say that he groomed me.
I would say that you were forcing yourself on him.
I raped him, essentially. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
Oh, sorry.
It's 2024. People are so fucking sensitive.
Yes, they are. I'm going to cut that out. Keep going. I'm going to cut out the rape part.
But like Alanna was very much the aggressor, and we all were hyping her up. And like anybody who's listening to this that thinks that was like disturbing or that was weird, excuse me, I'm sure when you were a 17, 18-year-old girl, if you had a hot teacher that you were like into, you would have jumped at the opportunity.
You wish, bitch.
Like, stop lying to yourselves. Now, in retrospect, maybe wasn't the best idea, but at the time, like, we thought it was fucking cool.
I learned a lot from him. First of all, he was a physics teacher. He knew so much about science, which I found very fascinating. He also was like a virtuoso. Like, he could play any instrument. He like wrote me songs.
Oh my God. No wonder you were in love with him.
But then it got, whatever. Can I say one more thing to pump my own tires real quick?
Yes, please do it.
Okay. Your brother told me something very interesting at the wedding.
Okay, what did he say?
He said that he was like, because the only reason I knew your brother was because of you from going to your house. I didn't know him. He was like 4 years younger than us.
3.
He is. Yeah. So he's younger than us. I didn't know him like in high school, but he said that everybody knew me in high school.
Everybody did know you in high school because you were the only girl that had nice tits and like a curvy body in high school. Everyone else was faking it.
Well, need I remind you, in middle school, I was called pyramid titties because my boobs did not fully grow in, and then they did.
Yeah, but everyone was bullied in middle school.
But I'm just saying, Yeah,
but look what the fuck happened in high school. You became that girl. And guess what?
Was I that girl? Because I feel like I wasn't.
That's how you know you were.
Really?
The girls who are like the hot shit never really know that they are.
I don't, seriously, Yasmin, like, honest to God, I do not think I was that girl.
You were definitely ahead of the times than most
I feel
of the
like
girls.
you were that girl.
No, I was fucking bullied. I was straight up bullied. Like, people would
You were, yeah.
slam on the lockers next to me. Like, I had to get early dismissal. I was not that girl.
But you were so gorgeous, cheerleader. I think people were jealous of you, but also you were a little snaky too.
I felt like I kind of had to be. And that's so sad to say, because genuinely, like, I don't think I ever really that's not really who I was. I kind of, like, I used to call myself a chameleon because I had friends that were, like, in the skater group, and then friends that were in choir, and then friends that were in, like, the debate club.
You were a really good singer. I remember that.
Thank you. That's probably why my voice sounds like shit now, because I chose cheerleading and I ruined my vocal cords.
I'm sure all high schools are like this, but I feel like we specifically in our high school, like, there was, like, it was crazy how mean and people were. Like, you really had to have thick skin.
Oh my God. I mean, on a level of, like, tormenting.
Okay, we're gonna call people.
Yeah. All right, let's get this Bachelor prank podcast going.
So let's see.
Also, just for context, and I'm not saying this for the show, I've never watched The Bachelor. The only people I know are, like, Rachel and Matt, because I love them on TikTok. But that's it.
Okay, so we're going to start with Spencer Suisse. So he was on Gabby and Rachel's season.
Okay. What does he look like?
He's very cute. I'll show you his picture. I think I showed you him earlier, but I'll show you him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He's, like, brunette guy.
Yeah.
He's, like, a tall, dark, and handsome kind of guy.
Yes. Wondering if he would recognize my voice. He might not, because it's been a while.
Okay.
And I don't think he watches my stories. He might have muted me because, at one point I got annoying. We're going to say that I am a representative from SKIMS. And, the Kardashians love The Bachelor. And we just find him so sexy. And we want him to do a SKIMS campaign. And it might involve him having to, some implied nudity.
Yeah, right.
Because we
don't use socks. We don't do the stuffing like Calvin Klein.
We could enhance it if we need to, but we're going to need to know the size of your penis. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, Spencer.
Yes, that's me. I don't know how you got my contact info, but it's good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. I don't want to reveal my sources. But first I just wanted to say we over here love you. We think you're so sexy. And we just partnered with, many people, Usher most recently. We want to expand and do some reality TV people.
Okay.
And I had to, unfortunately, watch all of the Bachelor seasons just to, like, scout. And I saw you and I was just like, oh my God, this guy is just, like, so sexy. I just thought you could be perfect. So I just wanted to see, like, what your experience was with modeling. Have you done campaigns before? What's your situation?
First off, I'll apologize that you had to watch a lot of Bachelor, and I'll apologize again. I wasn't on it that much, so I hope you still enjoyed it at least a little bit. But
we needed more of you. I was like, why are they keeping this sexy man locked away in a closet? Like, let him out of the closet. We need more of this man.
Yeah, it was an interesting season, I think, and I guess I just didn't play into their storyline that much. I don't know, maybe I wasn't crazy enough for reality TV, but great experience overall. We can talk about it, I guess, if we have another conversation.
Maybe over a drink.
I've actually, yeah, of course. I haven't really done like a lot of brand work. I just haven't. Never really had the courage for it.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about the shoot and see if you would be comfortable with this. Because if you are familiar with SKIMS, it is risque. We are expanding into the menswear. We really want to take it up a notch, and we want to do like a military-inspired beach shoot. And it would require partial and kind of implied nudity. Is that something you would be comfortable with?
I don't know. The only thing I don't want to do is just be disrespectful to people who actually wear the uniform still. That's my main concern.
Well, you would be naked. We might put a little like patch, like a badge of honor, which would probably cover your penis, or like American flag. That's kind of like the line we're looking for, like something like, just patriotic.
I have to see that. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I appreciate the patriotism. Thank you.
Listen, I do these calls all day long, and I know one of the big things is like, and it's like hard for men specifically to say, but like if you need a prosthetic, we can provide that for you. Like David Beckham does it. There's no shame in it. We can definitely enhance whatever it is you're working with, whether it's anything in the genital area, even balls. Like we've done it all, even butt. Like we have enhanced everything you can imagine.
You're a pro. I can tell. You seem pretty comfortable saying that.
I feel I'm very comfortable around the male anatomy. I know how to enlarge the male anatomy. I'm very familiar with enlarging the male anatomy.
Okay.
And I'm more than comfortable enlarging yours.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Is that something you're open to? Me enlarging your male anatomy?
I don't really know who you are, so I'm not going to.
Bianca.
Yep.
I'm on LinkedIn.
Your last name. Okay.
I'll send you my LinkedIn profile, or I could send you my Raya profile.
Maybe a LinkedIn profile would be great. Just also outside of that, just so I know that this is a real person who works for SKIMS.
I am a real person.
Okay.
I'm just a little crude. It's just been a long time, and I work for a lingerie company, so you can imagine where my mind goes sometimes.
Yeah, no, I imagine if I worked at a lingerie company,
where would your mind go? What are you into? We like to know what it inspires us to know what you're into.
I appreciate it. Maybe that's a second phone call conversation.
On a personal or professional level?
I don't really know enough about the personal level yet. The professional level, yes, I guess.
Okay, so not a date, just like professional. Okay, got it. Anyways, so
I don't even know where you live.
Well, I live in New York City. Where do you live?
Where are you? Chicago.
Oh, not far. Train right away. When it's really cold, what helps is body heat.
That's true. It's true. That's what they say, isn't it, Bianca?
Just like a warm, fuzzy blanket and a fire, and a cup of hot cocoa. That can really enlarge the male anatomy. For SKIMS.
Am I the only person you have called for this, or I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a little bit more details.
Well, I'm kind of like lower on the ranking, so I call like everyone in reality, whereas like my superiors, like they have Justin Bieber on the line, they have David Beckham, as mentioned. He is he often I'm not supposed to say this, but he uses a lot of enhancements. You know what I mean? A lot. And it takes more than just a woman to do it.
More comfortable. Say yes, I'm interested. What would be the next step? I guess beyond my big question for you.
We need to see what you're working with. Usually a photo, a video, a FaceTime call. And we have an NDA, so it will not be shared with anybody, but just me and you, just between us. And I'll share a picture with you too, if that makes you feel more comfortable.
I don't know. I
show you mine, you show me yours, kind of thing.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know if that's the thing.
Tyler Cameron does it. I mean, Tyler Cameron's on the line too, but I mean, he sent me a picture and I sent him one too, and he rather enjoyed it, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Wow. He liked what I sent him. Yeah. He was picking up what I was putting
down. Is there someone else there?
My boss. I'm not.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not very good at this.
She's a good whisperer.
Yeah, clearly not very good.
Maybe not great.
No, she's not that good.
You've been great. I guess number one, I think probably being sent your LinkedIn would be number one. And just like
what would be number two?
An email. An email with just like specifics on.
What would be number three?
Talk about. Probably just those two for now.
What about number four? My boss is watching right now. I need you to make me look good here.
You're doing great. I've had a great conversation.
I don't feel like I'm doing good. I feel like I'm screwing this up. This is like my second call, and I feel like I'm screwing this up. I just like.
No.
I think I'm screwing this up. I think I'm gonna get fired.
No.
I'm gonna lose my job at SKIMS. I'm gonna have to go work for Hanes now.
That sucks. I would hate that for you.
I know. No, Fruit of the Loom. That's like the bottom of the barrel. I don't know how. This is terrible. Can I at least take you on a date? Maybe we can go for drinks.
Okay. All right. I can also talk to your boss if that's okay.
Do you want to talk to my boss?
Okay.
She's here.
I can. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Here's my boss. Hold on.
Okay.
Hi, Spencer.
Hi. This is Bianca's boss.
Yes, I am Bianca's boss. I appreciate you tolerating her. She can get a little carried away, and that's why I'm screening calls with her today, because we've had a couple of complaints, and we obviously have a big reputation that we cannot afford to mess up. I'm sure you can assume who my boss is. And she will be fired because I feel like this call just was completely inappropriate. I mean, she's literally propositioning you for nudes and for drinks, and that's just completely unprofessional. We really wanted to get you naked for SKIMS, not for Bianca's pleasure.
I appreciate your honesty. What's your name? Sorry, if you said it, I forgot.
Yeah, my name is Vanessa. I'm sorry. I don't think I said that because, again, I'm not supposed to be here, but she was tanking so hard that I was trying to help her save herself. And this was part of a promotional opportunity for Bianca, and I needed her to really shine in this call. And it's clear that her own intentions were extremely selfish.
We get it. You're single and desperate.
Like, we get it, Bianca. You're single and desperate. We know you want a date with someone who's definitely more popular than you are, but
and out of your league.
Spencer, you're completely out of her league, by the way. I'm sure if you looked her up on LinkedIn, you would probably ignore her message. I'm going to tell her not even to bother. But if I could try to salvage this sales pitch to you, collaboration opportunity, we would really be honored to be able to feature you. Like I said, we can send an NDA. I'll also make sure Bianca has no access to this email because she clearly can't help herself.
I appreciate it. She's great. Hopefully you guys do not fire her.
Well, I guess we'll see how this call ends. I mean, you're going to seal her fate, so please don't leave her hanging. No soldiers left behind, am I right?
That's what they say. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, literally next steps, I'll send you some paperwork. I can send you even like the storyboard for the campaign so you can see kind of what we're looking to do.
Okay. That sounds, I think, probably, I feel comfortable with you saying that. Not that Bianca wasn't great.
Oh, see, you've said enough. She's done.
You guys
I mean,
like yin and yang. You're like good cop, bad cop. That's great. You guys' dynamic is fantastic. I'm sure she's great to have on set. I think if
she sleeps with everybody.
I can send you an email. I only have Bianca's phone number.
Yeah, so please block Bianca's phone number because, like I said, she's going to hound you after this. She's so sad and desperate. I mean, the girl does nothing but call back people that don't want to work with SKIMS or are already tied up with other brands to try and proposition them for drinks and sex. It's really sad. The girl needs a life. Like, her vagina gets more action than the subway in New York City at this point. But it's been a long day. I apologize. So I'm going to send you over some information From my personal email, Bianca will not see any correspondence. I will make sure of it. Does that sound okay, Spencer?
Yeah. Could you send it from a work email?
Yes, I will.
Okay. And then I guess my final question I have for you: how did Bianca get my phone number?
Honestly,
I'd love to know that.
your guess is as good as mine. I mean, the girl is a sleuth. She has managed to reach out to so many people in the reality television space. I'm quite impressed, but I'm also borderline afraid. So I will find out for you, and I will make sure that whoever it was that gave her your contact information is taken care of.
You don't have to kill him. I think that I was just trying to.
Oh, I assumed that you had a manager at this point. That's how she typically gets most of her contacts, through managing agencies.
Yeah, no, I'm individual.
Oh, I love that.
Just a standalone guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's adorable. This could be huge for you, Spencer. This could be huge for you
Big.
in many ways. As long as you're huge, it'll be huge.
Oh, man, that's a lot of pressure.
I mean, even if you're a grower, not a shower, we can handle that too. We've had to do this in the past.
That's where Bianca comes in.
That's how Bianca helps, She has all of your contact information. I'm surprised she doesn't even have your blood type at this point.
A positive.
I love that. I will make a note just in case. Spencer, honestly, you sound like you're going to fit this profile for the campaign fabulously. I can't wait to see what you're working with and take the next steps for this patriotic campaign. So again, I'm going to thank you for your service, and have a good night, and you'll be hearing from me shortly.
Okay.
Stay blessed. Thanks again.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
He stayed on for so long.
That was a 20-minute call.
No, it was not.
It said 19 minutes.
Oh my God.
He has to know it's not real.
He has to. Come on.
He spoke to the boss.
I mean, come on. He has to know. I'm going to call him right now.
Alanna.
Hey, so are you ready for Skims?
Was that you? And it's not surprising that it's you.
Why is it not
I
surprising?
I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And I was like, how did people not know that?
Oh my God. You are so funny.
You are such a good sport.
Like, you were really trying to not get me fired.
I figured it was mostly a joke. You crushed it. How else did you prank today? Who'd you get?
It'll be a surprise, but don't tell anyone I pranked you because I'm still pranking people.
Okay.
What are you doing? The whole family's here right now. Hello.
Angie, lower that.
Okay. She peed in your bed. Well, it's not surprising. She peed on me.
She peed on me. I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning wet, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she said, "It's just a little bit of pee, Mama."
She peed on my Lululemons.
I remember.
Mm-hmm.
It washes out.
Yeah, so it just washes out, Alexis.
Yeah.
Just washes out.
Washes out. Pee is very washable.
Let's do Tahzjuan.
Okay.
She'll be really good.
Backstory.
The one person I like.
Yeah, you love Tahzjuan. Okay, so Tahzjuan.
There was like a crab.
Yes. So she was on Colton season. She's been on Paradise twice. She is really funny. She's a real estate agent in real life. But on the show, she had a run-in with crabs. She really is scared of crabs.
Okay, so why don't we say we're doing
Fear Factor.
We're doing Fear Factor, and she has to lay in a glass box covered in those little ghost crabs, and then she has to eat one alive.
Why don't you tell her it's different levels, and like the first level, so you get her hooked. The first level, it seems like maybe she could do it, and then there's like level 2, and then level 3 is that she's in the box sealed up with the crabs. Like level 1, like she has to eat crab while staring at a crab in the eye. Level 2, like she has to have a crab pedicure where the crabs actually
Like pick her skin.
Her feet in. Yeah, you have to walk her through the levels.
Okay.
Right.
this is like, normally I wouldn't give you the creative, but this is kind of like what it's going to look like. First, it starts with you having to eat a crab.
Because we can't have you just walk off the set.
Right.
And then your feet will go into
like a pedicure, like those fish pedicures, but they'll be crabs instead of fish.
And eventually she'll be fully immersed in crabs.
And then, yes, eventually you have to lay completely immersed in crabs
In a glass
container that's completely sealed.
And you should tell her, like, we have a lot of people on the line. Like, we have a lot of people already dialed in for this. We have John Paul Jones. John Paul Jones is a guy that she went on a date with, and she'll know exactly who he is.
Okay.
John Paul Jones is locked in. We have J-Lo.
Okay.
You know, just like all these people that we have just ready to go. Justin Bieber is on the hook.
Teresa Giudice.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be here.
She like knows any of them. I'm like,
What's her name? Tahzjuan.
Tahzjuan.
What?
Hi, is this Tahzjuan?
Speaking.
Hi, my name is Jessica Walker. Do you have a minute to speak?
Oh, what is this in regards to?
So I'm casting for an upcoming show. It's a spin-off reality show. It's kind of like a Fear Factor type of show. We've got a pretty A-list cast, but we're trying to mix in also some really big names from some really popular reality shows. We have a few on the line from Real Housewives of New Jersey. We also have some pop stars. Justin Bieber's on the line for this show. And so we wanted to reach out to see if you would be interested in participating. But I wanted to go through kind of some of the expectations because I know that this show is going to really break individuals. And I just wanted to give you a rundown, but first wanted to see if you were interested. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So initially what would happen, there's like multiple levels to the show. The initial level is basically like facing your fear in a very basic way. So we were told that you have like a weird like inefficiency with crabs. And so we would initially make you like sit down and eat crab. Like, I don't know if that's something you like or you don't, but we know that you don't like them. So we would ask you for level 1 to just sit down and have a meal that is mostly a crab meal. And then if you got through that, is that okay with you? Like, would that be okay with you? Do you think you could handle doing something like that?
And that's just level 1. I might be able to stomach that.
Yeah, so that's level 1. Level 2, I'm not really supposed to be disclosing all of this, but I'm going to do it because trust me, as someone who has like a really insane fear of spiders, I don't know if I would be able to do this show if it was spiders instead of crabs. Level 2, you have to sit for a pedicure, like those fish pedicures you get in Greece or Mexico, but it's crabs. Do you think you could get through level 2?
Yeah.
Okay. The final level really is the one that I'm a little bit nervous that might be too much. But essentially, if you could get to level 3, you would have to lay in a glass box with a live audience, completely immersed in live crabs for 10 minutes. And they would be completely covering you. If you could get through the 10 minutes, you would win $100,000. And like I said, we are having a number of different celebrities have to face their biggest fear and go through the levels. But that would be like the maximum level. You would literally just have to be in a glass box fully immersed in crabs and it's completely sealed. Do you think that is too much?
I think, like, I watched Fear Factor growing up.
Okay, so you're familiar with the type of show.
Yeah.
I mean, how terrified are you of crabs? Like, have you ever eaten them?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I think I might be able to do it.
What if you had to eat the crab, like the Korean marinated raw crab?
Well, like, just like out of the shell?
Like they literally,
Like that? Or
like they're alive, they crack them in half, dip them in sauce, and you have to suck the meat out of the body.
oh my God.
I mean, it's really delicious, but if it's something that you're like, if it's something you're terrified of, I get it.
It's an aphrodisiac.
But it is an
I
aphrodisiac.
think-
It might be an acquired taste. Like it could be something that grows on you and that could be your thing. Like you conquer your fears by eating them.
Yeah, I feel like that's how people are supposed to get over their fears is like exposure therapy.
100%.
I mean, I think I could do it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, so I think there would we would do like an entry level test just to make sure that we could get you through some initial crab exposure. And it would kind of be like in a casting situation. Now, again, we specifically selected you because you are a fan favorite, and a lot of people were really shocked by your crab fear and could relate because of other like crustaceans and spiders and things like that. Would you be open to doing a live stream exposure to crabs ahead of the actual filming for the show?
We'll also be turning off the AC.
You think that would be something you could do?
Yeah.
Okay. And just so that you're aware, while you're in this enclosure with the crabs, you will be fully suspended in the air and there will be no AC in the box. It is an acrylic box.
Great. It's like Christmas Day, all my favorite things.
Well, I mean, look, this could be a really exciting opportunity for you. And that's a good amount of money for having to eat a couple crabs and let them crawl all over you.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like too terrible.
Okay. I mean, you don't really sound scared to me. I thought this was your ultimate fear. Is there something you're more afraid of that we could push the limits on?
No, I feel like that definitely tops the list.
Are you afraid of heights?
Yeah, I would say hi. Well,
Are you afraid of the dark?
yeah,
Are you single?
things are like at the top of the list.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Okay. There might be a dating element to the show. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay. And if we decided to film this like in a remote location, is that something you would also be okay with?
I mean, like going to Paradise was very like the elements were there. I'd be fine with it.
Okay. Because this is not going to be like a cushy show. This is going to kind of push you or try to break you type of show. Like almost naked and afraid without being naked and with the fear factor element.
But you might be naked.
But you might end up
Got it.
naked with another contestant if it goes that way.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how the cookie crumbles.
Oh, I love that. I love your enthusiasm. Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any questions for me regarding the show or the next steps?
I mean, I guess what does the next steps like even entail?
The show is actually going to initially air on Pornhub, but it is for HBO Max.
What?
So our main...
I cannot do that.
Well, you won't be fully nude. It's just that's where we're initially airing because they're our largest sponsor, and that's how we got most of the funding to run this show. I mean, Justin Bieber agreed to it. He knows.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely not up there with JB. So anything with porn, anything associated to it, I can't do it.
Okay. Well, all right. I mean,
It's a lot of money.
it's a lot of money, and you don't have to like be intimate with anyone. It's just where the show is going to air.
You might have to wear a strap on.
Got it. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get it.
Would you be opposed to wearing a strap on in the box with the crabs?
100%.
That there's nothing we could do to convince you that that's something that would work.
Leather, latex.
Absolutely not.
What about costume? Like, could you wear leather or latex?
I mean, I think the
Justin Bieber.
I mean, it's
of,
Justin
like,
Bieber.
porn club thing.
Taj, it's Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He's iconic. Like, he actually might start playing in the NHL now. This is like a new direction. This could be a new direction for you.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's not an industry that I'm a part of. Hard pass for me.
Okay, well, you know what? If you change your mind, I'm going to keep you and your contact information on my casting list for any other future opportunities. And I'm just going to remind you one more time, Justin Bieber is going on the show.
Right.
That's not a selling point for you.
I mean, I guess I would have to know more details other than Justin Bieber and a strap-on. So.
All right. Well, I will send you some more details, and then we'll follow up to see if you want to do the initial live streaming cast with the crabs. And we'll go from there.
Okay, that sounds great.
Is that fair?
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Taj. Have a great day. Stay blessed.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God. You really turned that around. You really did good turning that around to make her not want it.
Well, Alanna told me to start with the porn.
It was like too realistic almost. I gotta call her now.
Why you didn't tell her that?
Shh.
Speak of the devil.
Did you know it's me?
Speak of the devil.
It's the devil.
What a funny feeling.
How'd you know?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like we've been here before, so I had a funny feeling.
Did you laugh?
I giggled internally, but I was like, how did I get my list of like all the things that scare me?
Watching this show. Justin Bieber, Taj. It's Justin Bieber.
No.
Like, how can you say no to Justin Bieber?
It goes against my morals.
My friend Yasmin did the call because I was like, she's going to know my voice.
100%. I would have definitely known your voice. What have you been up to?
I mean, have you been seeing?
I mean, I saw a little bit.
I mean. Did you like the prank, though?
No, I really did. It was very well set out.
I have to catch you up on everything, all the craziness.
No, you have to.
I'm literally going to call you like tomorrow and I will tell you everything.
Yeah. No, I'm interested to hear.
Oh my God, dude. You have no idea. I mean, you do, but it's crazy. All right. That was today's episode. We recorded more prank calls, which I will air at a later date. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give me 5 stars and a glowing review on iTunes and Spotify. And I love you. I'll talk to you later.